3,000 ducats?
Shylock, shall we be beholding to you?
Signor Antonio, you call me cutthroat dog. Spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and for these courtesies, I lend you money.
I'm right to call thee so again. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend, but lend it rather to thine enemy, who if he break, thou mayest exact the penalty.
Seal me your bond, and if you repay me not, let the forfeit be a pound of your flesh, to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me.
Content. In faith, I'll seal to such a bond.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me.
I will not forfeit. Within 2 months, I expect to return 3 times the value of this bond. Yes, Shylock, I will seal this bond. From Senior Antonio.
Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. My bond to the Jew is forfeit, and since in paying it, 'tis impossible that I should live. My pursuit, my death. Antonio is certainly undone!
How now, Shylock? Do you hear whether Antonio have had any loss at sea? Or no? Let him look to his bond.
I am sure if he forfeit, thou will not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish withal. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, and scorned my nation! And what's his reason? I am a Jew. I will have the heart of him if he forfeit.
Is Antonio here? Ready. So please your grace, I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer to a stony adversary, incapable of pity. I'm armed to suffer with the quietness of spirit. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou wilt loose the forfeiture, glancing an eye of pity upon his losses. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, and by our holy Sabbath I have sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. You'll ask me why I'd rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I give no reason. More than the lodged hate and certain loathing I bear, Antonio, are you answering?
This is no answer, thou unfeeling man!
I am not bound to please thee with my answer.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing you would not kill.
Every offense is not hated
What's
first.
my own sin, but sting thee twice?
You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften his Jewish heart. Make no more offers, use no further means. Let me have my judgment and the Jew his will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
I would not draw them, I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread? Doing no wrong. The pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. And if you deny me, fie upon your life!
Upon my power I may dismiss this court. Unless Valerio, a learned doctor for whom I have called, come here today.
My lord, here stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor.
Bring us the letters, not the messenger. Comes out from Valerio.
My lord.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnest?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
And no prayers pierce thee.
None that thou hast wit enough to make.
Oh, be thou damned.
Inexcusable
I
die!
stand here for law.
This letter from Valerio doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Are you acquainted with the present question in the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause. Is your name Shylock?
Shiloh.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such rule as the Venetian law cannot impugn you. You stand within his danger, do you not?
So he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
Of what compulsion must I? Tell me that my deeds upon my head. I crave the law.
You're not able to discharge the money.
Yes! Twice the sum!
I pray you let me look upon the bond.
Here it is.
This bond is forfeit! And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh. To be by him cut off tears the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take twice my money. Bid me tear the bond.
There is no power in tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
I beseech the court to give the judgment.
You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
O noble judge, a wise and upright judge.
Are there valets here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
You merchant, have you anything to say?
What little, I'm armed and I'm well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you. For if the Jew to cut blood deep enough, I'll pay it presently with all my heart.
Be trifle time, I pray thee, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The law doth give it, and the court awards it.
O rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off your breast.
Sentence.
There's something else. This bond doth give thee no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting of it thou shalt shed one drop of Christian blood. Thy lands and goods are confiscated.
Accept the law. I take this up with them.
Jew shall have all justice.
An upright judge.
Therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood. If thou cuttest more or less than a just pound, if the scale do turn but in the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated.
Give me my principal and let me go.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. If it be proved that he seek the life of any citizen, the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Jew. It appears that thou hast contrived it into the very life of the offended. Down, and beg mercy of the Jew.
That thou shalt see the differences of our spirits, I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. As for half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half shall come to the general state.
Take my life and all! You do take my life when you take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
So please my lord the Duke and all the court, to quit the fine of one half the goods, that for this favor he presently become a Christian. No! You shall do this, or I do repent the pardon.
I pray thee, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself.
Quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. It is mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes a throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, but mercy is above this scepter's sway. It is an attribute to God himself, and earthly power doth then show like as God's when mercy seasons justice. Consider this. In the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy.
The Merchant of Venice!